What am I looking at, you're probably wondering, and why do I care about some old rusty box? Well, this old rusty box housed a Boston time capsule for the last 113 years, sitting inside the statue of a lion on top of the old State House until recently when the lion was taken down for restoration.
It was placed in, we believe, February of 1901, so we did not actually know that the time capsule was there. Everybody had forgotten about it, and we received a letter from the descendant of the Samuel Rogers, who said she'd found a letter from him saying that the time capsule existed. And when our archivist saw that letter, she started doing research, found a Boston Globe article from February of 1901 that listed the contents of the time capsule and that it had been placed in the Lion.
Among the plethora of items inside the time capsule were Roosevelt and McKinley campaign buttons, old photographs of some of government officials, newspapers, a red book detailing U.S. foreign relations in 1896, and a letter to posterity. This letter is what Steve Annear and 3 other journalists have been tasked with writing for the new time capsule.
So I believe they also picked a reporter from the Boston Globe and Boston.com to write letters to posterity, which will also be included in the new time capsule that goes into the lion statue. I'm trying to follow the format of the letter that was found in the capsule from 1901. In that letter, he made some predictions, what he thought the future was going to be like. You know, we'd be using different ways to power machinery, and we'd be able to talk face-to-face across the world without being in the same room. And, you know, those things came true. So in mine, I'm going to try and do a similar thing. I'm going to throw out there what I think the future is going to look like in Boston and, you know, nationwide.
Annear told me his publication decided to crowdsource people for what they think they should include in the letter, trying to give Boston a voice.
So someone recommended that I write, you know, Dear Boston 2114, you're probably reading this from the shorelines of Somerville. The iPhone and what technology will be like was another thing. City Hall getting leveled and being replaced, which is something people have been talking about for decades, was another suggestion. So there's been a lot of different stuff, but you know how the internet goes. It's they've all been pretty funny responses rather than necessarily really serious ones. But I'm going to try and get some serious ones in there as well.
In addition to the letters to posterity, the time capsule will include
some items from the Red Sox are going to send us some stuff, the mayor, and local school children who wrote an essay about history. We're putting their essays in there. And we do have a picture, we will have a picture of a photo of the governor, the current governor, Deval Patrick, with the Prime Minister of England. We're going to put an iPhone in there as well. We're going to put a medal from the 2013 Boston Marathon. We had a generous runner from the marathon. He gave us his medal and a little bio about his experience that day. And then we're actually putting in another red book. So we received the most recent copy of Foreign Relations of the United States, which actually is from 1976 to 1980.
So the question is, will the time capsule make it to 2114?
You know, if we exist and our archive still exists, there will be information for future generations to open it. But you can never tell, right? Because no one remembered the 1901 time capsule. So maybe people will forget about it, or people will want to open it immediately. Hopefully, none of us will be around, so we can't really stop anyone from opening it, can we?
The top of the State House still looks a little bit naked right now, but the lion will soon be back in its rightful spot, filled with artifacts from 2014. Taking you literally inside Boston, I'm Brittany Coleman.